Hey, good evening. So I just want to spend some time with ChatGPT today. Just tinkering around with some stuff and just a bit of curiosity. Um, so I'm sure what you see on my screen now is a conversation I was in the middle of. So I was asking it to, I'm trying to have it in this conversation to impersonate Charlie Chaplin, and I want to get to a point where I can have a conversation with it, sort of, and it responds and talks and pulls from information about Charlie Chaplin to respond. It has done this before. I asked it to imagine that it was Socrates, and it sort of changed the way it spoke and gave some philosophical takes that were in line with what I understand about Socrates from random documentaries and stuff. Um, yeah, so I was trying to get it to do Charlie Chaplin now. Over the weekend, I did get it to do Nikola Tesla, which is very cool because it it gave some advice that was very useful. Yeah, so Charlie Chaplin, I was just asking if it has any family. Um, yeah, but something very weird happened. Yeah, it was literally typing, and then in the middle of typing, it literally just stopped. And I was very curious, so I asked it like to what, and then it actually continued on the sentence. Never seen this before, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, so let's see. If I'm talking to Charlie Chaplin, and he just answered that yes, I had a complex family life. My parents were both performers in the music hall tradition. In the music hall tradition. Okay. But they struggled with poverty and illness. My mother suffered from mental illness and was eventually committed to a mental institution, while my father was an alcoholic who passed away when I was a young boy. I also had half brothers from my father's previous marriage, but I didn't have much of a relationship with them. Later in life, I married four times and had several children. However, my personal life was often marked by controversy and scandal, and my relationships with my children were sometimes fraught. Despite these challenges, I remained deeply committed to my work as a performer, and I hoped that my legacy would be defined by my contributions to the art of comedy and cinema. Geez, okay. What would you consider to be your legacy? Hmm. Yeah, it does this. I don't like when it says ask Charlie Chaplin, but I do want to read the response a bit. I would like to think that my legacy was defined by my contributions to the art of comedy and cinema. I'm proud to have created one of the most iconic and enduring characters in film history, the lovable tramp who has brought joy and laughter to audiences around the world for nearly a century. Beyond that, I hope that my work as a filmmaker has helped to advance the medium of cinema itself. I was also interested in pushing the boundaries of what was possible on screen, experimenting with different techniques and styles to create a unique and unforgettable cinematic experience. But perhaps most importantly, I hope that my legacy is defined by my commitment to using my platform as a performer and artist to promote important social and political issues. From my early work as a vaudeville vaudeville, not quite sure, performer advocating for workers' rights, to my later films that tackled issues like fascism, poverty, and justice. I always saw myself as more than just a comedian or filmmaker. I wanted to use my art to make a positive impact on the world, to inspire others to do the same. That's incredibly beautiful. Let me just add a single note that says, you don't need to say, as Charlie Chaplin, cool. Oh wow. Um, what? Okay. What advice would you give to film makers? Is filmmakers a one word? Yeah. Makers that came after you. If I were to offer advice to filmmakers who came after me, I would first and foremost say never lose sight of the power of storytelling. No matter how advanced the technology or how cutting edge the special effects, what truly matters is the ability to tell a compelling story that resonates with audiences on a deep level. I would also encourage filmmakers to be fearless in their experimentation and exploration of the medium. Don't be afraid to try new things, to push the boundaries of what's possible on screen, and to take risks in pursuit of creating something truly original and groundbreaking. But above all, I would urge filmmakers to remember the importance of using their art to be a positive impact on the world, whether it's shining a light on important social and political issues or simply bringing joy and laughter to people in a time of darkness. Film has the power to move and inspire people in profound ways. As filmmakers, we have a responsibility to use our platform to make a difference and to help create a better world for all. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Um, wow. Wow. Um, why did you get into the arts? I was drawn to the arts from a young age, in part because of the difficult circumstances of my childhood. Growing up in poverty and dealing with the challenges of my parents' illnesses and addictions, I often found solace and escape in the world of performance. As a young boy, I began performing in music halls alongside my mother and her partner, and I quickly discovered a natural talent for comedy and physical performance. I was fascinated by the power of laughter to bring people together, to lift their spirits and make them forget their troubles for a little while. Beyond that, I was also deeply inspired by the potential of the arts to effect change in the world. I saw firsthand how performers and artists could use their platform to speak about important issues, to advocate for social and political change, and to help bring about a more just and equitable society. Hmm. For me, the arts were not just a means of personal expressions or entertainment, but a way to connect with others and to make a positive impact on the world. That's what drew me to the stage, and that's what kept me there throughout my life. Hmm. Damn. Wow. um, wow. Um, wow. Um, do you think that the effect of the arts is all positive? While I believe the arts have power to create immense positive change in the world, I also recognize that there can be negative aspects to the influence of the arts. For example, art can be used to perpetuate harmful stereotypes, to spread propaganda and misinformation. That's very true. Or to reinforce existing power structures and systems of oppression. Similarly, art can sometimes be used to glorify violence, to promote hatred and intolerance, or to exploit vulnerable individuals or communities. Furthermore, the arts are not immune to the same issues of inequality and injustice that exist in the wider society. Historically, certain groups, particularly women, people of color, and members of the LGBTQ+ community, have been excluded from mainstream artistic spaces and opportunities, and have faced systematic barriers to entry and representation. Despite these challenges, I still believe that the arts have the potential to create immense positive change in the world by giving voice to marginalized communities, challenging dominant narratives and beliefs, and fostering empathy and understanding between people of different backgrounds. The arts can play a vital role in creating a more just and equitable society. Hmm. Wow. How would you describe a just and equitable society? To me, a just and equitable society is one in which all individuals are valued and respected, regardless of their race, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, or any other aspect of their identity. It is a society in which every person has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential, and where basic human needs like food, shelter, healthcare, and education are available to all. In a just and equitable society, there is no discrimination, bigotry, or prejudice of any kind. Instead, there is a commitment to equity and inclusion, and a recognition of the inherent dignity and worthy and worth, jeez, dignity and worth of every individual. This means working actively to dismantle systems of oppression and to ensure that everyone has equal access to opportunities, resources, and power. It also means prioritizing the well being of the planet and future generations and working to create a sustainable and just world for all. This requires a shift away from a culture of individualism and exploitation. Hmm. And towards a culture of community, cooperation, and care. While achieving this vision of a just and equitable society, While achieving this vision of a just and equitable society is no easy task, I believe that it is possible. By working together to change existing power structures and to create a new, more equitable systems and institutions, we can build a better world for ourselves and for future generations. Yeah. Um, okay. What else do I want to ask? Because this is quite intense. It's quite beautiful, actually. Okay. But for now, I think I'm going to end the video there and just continue on. I'm going to get to the slightly more YouTube unfriendly questions now. So yeah. Ciao, ciao. Bye.